definitely not the starters. You're on the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Hey, what's happening? Happy Wednesday. Good morning and welcome onto the End of the Bench on 100.7 The Score, 107thescore.com. The 100.7 The Score mobile app brought to you by Happy State Bank. And worldwide, wherever you want to take that with you. Alongside Geoff Haxton, I'm Chois Woodman. We got Lucas White across the way taking care of us as usual today. The meat man, Lucas White.
He has the meats.
Geoff Haxton has the wheel again today. It's been very kind to him in terms of, how it could have gone in recent weeks. We'll see if his lucky spinning streak continues on, as that's coming your way a little bit later this morning. We'll talk Tech Hoops. We'll talk more Mike Leach. We've got a lot of memories of Coach Leach in terms of audio to bring you. I mean, it's just fun to sit back and listen to some of the crazy things that man said over last handful of years, 20-plus years. If you got any more stories you want to share, you can do so on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. You can call us up with them on the Benchmark hotline, 806-771-0973. Hex, Christmas is 11 days away. How are you on your shopping?
Settle.
Have not started.
No. Won't start for a while.
Has the wife?
No.
So, no Christmas presents have been bought in your household?
None.
I think we are done at this point.
Yeah, people with tons of cash and reserves and
we've gotten to the point where we try to buy throughout
political
the year.
backing.
Political backing
can fill their shopping lists really early.
Come on now. I didn't. I used to be more of the last second shopper, but my wife, that's one of the ways she has changed me for better. So I think we're close to done.
Iowa got to a bowl.
Yeah.
How many touchdowns do they have on the year? Like 3?
It got a little better towards the end of the year, but yes. Remember, they were winning games with one touchdown.
Okay.
Or 6 and 7 points in winning games. So, yes, Iowa got to a bowl.
Wow.
Hex is filling out
my loser sheet.
Our bowl pick'em. I feel like you are going to win this thing.
No, probably.
You're going to win the bowl pick'em because of the
probably
because it doesn't have a tiny wheel attached to it. It does have Casholina attached.
Give me that Casholina.
So with the giant pot of the Raymar Bowl Pick'em, you're going to be able to buy like half of a video game for your kid. Not much cash attached to it. And today, it's a special day. We've got our Raymar Christmas party going on later today after our show, really. So to get ready for that, the Christmas movies draft. Get us in the Christmas mood. We'll get into the mood for Christmas.
Now, is any movie a Christmas movie if you want it to be?
I think you judge it yourself.
All right, that's fine. That's good.
Yeah, we're not putting restrictions on
that's
it.
Good. I like that.
So if you want to call Hondo a Christmas movie, I think you probably have to give some sort of explanation for why, but we'll call it a Christmas movie.
You maybe have to defend your position.
Probably a little bit.
Okay.
But, I mean, within reason, anything that you're going to say is a Christmas movie. I was looking at a couple lists. I'm like, really? You're calling that a Christmas movie? I don't think I'm going to stretch too far on my list there. But yeah, Christmas movie draft coming up. That'll be in the third hour of the day.
Are you doing the Dirty Santa thing with the
yeah.
party?
Yeah, I can't reveal because I know we do have people in the building that listen, so I can't reveal what I'm giving. But this isn't the traditional. I went into last year's with like the traditional white elephant Dirty Santa thing where you're supposed to get more like a gag gift, right?
Right.
That's how I went into with that mindset. I gave something goofy, like a Santa Claus that sang or something. And everybody else is giving like cool like gadgets and things you want. Apparently, that's more of what this is. This is a contest to have the most liked gifts here, the ones that are traded for the most. So I think I got something in mind that'll be a little more liked this year. I did not. That would be a great gag gift. We'll throw a deer head that's a week old into
like 2 weeks by now.
Close to 2 weeks old. To throw that into a bag and see. It is still hanging in the tree. So something weird is happening. I am no Scientologist, as I've said before. Something weird is happening in the tree. I have...
that's not the right term, right? I'm not a scientist. Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm a scientist. I get it.
Okay.
I'm not a Scientologist either.
You're not Tom Cruise.
I'm not either, yeah. So...
I don't know. When someone says Scientology, it scares me and makes me think of pizza.
Is that the...
Scientology pizza in New York City.
Oh, okay. No, there's a church of pizza in there, too. No, it's a pasta church. The Pastafarians. That's what I was thinking of.
Pastafarians?
You haven't heard of them?
No.
They wear the colanders, whatever things on their head.
Colander?
There you go.
Colanders.
Colanders.
Hi, I'm from Dumas.
It's going to be one of those shows. I can just feel it. Anyway, I'm not a scientist, Hacks, but I've got 6 trees in my front yard. I've put the deer head in one tree. It is the only one that started shedding leaves. Not kidding. Like this tree this week
it's sad.
It just dumped all the leaves out. And all of the others still have their leaves.
Wow.
So I don't know what has happened, if there's science behind it or what. But some, arbor expert helped me out. And I want to know if there's something going on there. I'm going to expand the experiment today and move it to a different tree and see if that happens again, or if it was all just by pure happenstance.
You surprised about Reggie Pearson?
Yeah, that's no. I'll say of players that were in question, he would have been the one I would have expected the most. I like what his dad said on social media. But also seeing, how often do we see players/kids with such vocal parents? His dad is one of those on social media, if you know. A lot of the times those are the ones that are quicker triggered and quicker to leave, or quicker, that they have more influence or influencers. So I'll say, no, his dad was pretty outspoken when Pearson got benched towards the end of the season. From a starting point. So, no. Overall, not super surprised. Would have liked to have
Would you rather have, just take it out of your mind, would you rather have Pearson or Dunlap back?
No question there. Dunlap.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't think that's a question. Dunlap is a more talented player. I wish Pearson nothing but the best. Absolutely hope he doesn't transfer within conference, and hope he has success if he doesn't transfer within the conference. Plenty more on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. We'll dive into some of your thoughts. Got some headlines to bring you coming up next, and we'll talk Tech basketball with that. As the Red Raiders eke out another win. It's the end of the bench on 100.7 The Score.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Glad to be part of your Wednesday. It is the End of the Bench on 100.7 The Score, 107thescore.com, and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Brought to you by Happy State Bank. Alongside Geoff Haxton, I'm Chois Woodman. These are your headlines for this Wednesday, December the 14th. Hax, let's start it off with what we saw last night on the hardwood, what you had a close-up look at. Red Raiders, I don't know if you want to say escaping, but it was still a narrow victory. Narrow victory over Eastern Washington, who shot well. Overall, Texas Tech did not from beyond the arc. Hit a few big ones down the stretch, but Tech wins at 77-70.
I got to give you the highlight of the whole night. It did not involve a Texas Tech player, the highlight is the victory. But
yes,
You're sitting there at the break. 2 of 17 from three-point range. Did you go?
No, I didn't. I watched.
Okay, so you didn't get to see this. So everybody leaves, evacuates the halftime, going to the locker room. A bunch of 9 and 10-year-olds.
Oh boy,
run out there, black jerseys, white jerseys.
Oh boy,
full court 5-on-5.
I've seen these before. Yeah.
So they throw it up, and I'm telling you, dude, the first trip down. This little kid, you can tell he's been on the YouTube. He's been watching Steph. He's been watching the NBA. He's got all the swagger in the world.
Of course.
He pops out on the right wing and drains a 3.
Okay.
I mean, didn't sniff the rim. Loudest roar of the night as that kid nailed that 3-pointer. The crowd was into that game almost as much or more.
I believe it.
Than what they'd seen in the first half. But think about that. You got all these guys on NIL deals, on scholarship, 18 to 22 years old, 2 for 17.
Oh, boy.
And little Johnny jumps out there and just nails a 3. First shot of the game. I thought that was hilarious.
Wow.
And they made quite a few baskets. They were entertaining.
I enjoy those for the most part, the kids. I do. It does kind of make me cringe when I watch youth basketball somewhat because
these kids did well.
Because some of the youth basketball and some of my kids play against, for the most part, it's like purely the coaches want them to be Steph Curry or I guess not Russell Westbrook anymore, but like they want them to just let them do their own thing and go crazy. Oh,
bullfighter
already. See at you already. Other headlines. Well, Red Raiders win at 77-70. Pop Isaac's worst shooting night of the year so far, but hit some big ones again down the stretch for you. So we'll get deeper into it, but we'll get to our concern/panic level with this basketball team. Another basketball team in action tonight at United Supermarkets Arena. That will be the Lady Raiders taking on Oral Bob. Haxton stomping grounds, Lady Raiders, and
only did those games for those girls for 11 years, brother.
Oral Roberts tonight at 6:30 on 107.7 Yes FM. 7 o'clock here on 100.7 The Score, following the High School Fan Zone, which features coaches from Lubbock High, Friendship, and Lubbock Cooper tonight here in the First United Bank studio with Clint Scott. World Cup play? Anybody? Argentina advances with a 3-0 victory over Croatia. Sorry, Jamie. It lasted a while, but not to the finals. Argentina will play in the finals this weekend. Morocco and France will play today in the final
might as well
game.
Not play that game.
Think it's all France? That easy?
Yeah, just like Argentina.
I haven't seen
yesterday.
it was a bloodbath yesterday. I haven't seen the Vegas odds on this one, but I imagine they're fairly heavy in favor of the. Nope, not gonna go there. The Frenchman. We'll just say that. Don't they have the
chicken?
But it's called. Never mind.
El Rooster.
El Gallo. Yeah. And the news Hax mentioned a little bit ago, Reggie Pearson, the latest Red Raider to enter the transfer portal. Interesting timing on this. Like we kind of talked last Monday and said it as this Monday would be kind of okay, you can breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll see a ton more names entering the transfer portal, but I wonder what it is. Did he get into some of these bowl practices and then see, hey, I'm still not starting right here? These younger guys are going to start over me in the bowl practices, so I need to go ahead and search elsewhere. It's just kind of weird that you get to halfway through December and make this decision.
My feel on it.
That's where the surprise part
just
was for me.
Feel is he thinks he can improve his draft stock
elsewhere
by going and playing somewhere in the SEC.
Okay.
I've seen a few of these occasions where guys are fringe NFL guys and they don't like their grade quite enough, and they say, hey, I think I can get more cameras on me. I think I can get more attention. I think I can get more, more here by going to LSU, someplace like that.
I don't think you're going to see him start at an SEC school. I'll tell you. And I said this a few weeks ago. But you can go check the tapes. If you look at a lot of the plays where you had busted coverages this year, he's involved in those. He struggled a lot against past situations, and part of it is because he's a headhunter. He's a guy that likes to really go downhill and get people in the running game. We saw that in the last game of the year against OU. 2 different times, pops guys, just obliterates them. One of them was Dylan Gabriel in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Another one in the backfield. So he's a great hitter, a good safety against the run, but not great against the pass. So that's why you see him benched a lot, or benched at different times, is because some of those plays this year where it was just, what in the world is Tech doing, wide open, running down the field, he's involved in those. I'm not going to sit here and say I broke down the film and say he's the main or the only one to blame, but he's definitely in the mix. So, again, wish him the best. Just thought the timing of it a little odd, but you might be right. And you know what? Timing, who knows? Maybe someone is saying, like we've talked about before, maybe someone's saying, hey, we got some cash for you if you want to come over to this school. Maybe someone's sitting there and saying, hey, we got this opportunity for you. What are you making over there? Okay, we'll up it by $50,000, and we'd love to have you in our defensive backfield over here. All right, lots on the latest on the Yates Flooring Center chat line.
It's all right. I couldn't pull it yesterday either.
Someone said, what's the latest on Beard? That's where I get mixed up. Nothing
We're in the
new,
quiet
right?
phase.
So what's the expectation here?
I don't know, Choice. I don't know about the timing. I don't know about, obviously you took about as big a PR hit as you could take if you're the University of Texas on Monday.
Right. And overall,
they're probably hoping for a bigger story to take eyes off of this one, which is terrible because that's just like these media cycles happen. It's like, again, you hear about something, whatever the media latches onto, they latch onto, and they latch onto hard until the next big gory thing happens, and then you hope that your gory story dies down. And then maybe you can take some time to make some decisions here. Well, my expectation is he will eventually be fired, but I don't know.
I think the part of the big part of Monday was that Texas did suspend him without pay.
And part of it was they had a game that night.
Yeah.
There was a lot going on.
No, there was a lot going on. But the fact that they didn't put him on administrative leave or anything like that.
Yeah, he's not getting paid anymore.
Right, this is that tells you where the direction they're heading initially, at least. I think this is purely me. I think if you see this go beyond like 2 or 3 weeks without hearing anything, then it gets into that territory of, okay, it's quieting down. Now, if, I don't know, maybe they let the judicial process play out. I have no idea. But
do you think if there were going to be dropped charges, that would be dropped by now?
I think so, but again, the more I've read on this, the felony charge leaves it up to the DA. So I don't know that it's left up to her.
Gotcha.
For it. So maybe they have been dropped by her, but
right, but it's
still his.
It's there, and there's pictures, and there's accounts, and there's evidence. So whatever the evidence may be,
there is some though.
Right.
It's the end of the bench. That's the latest on Beard. We'll get to some Leach and other next on 100.7 The Score.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Thrilled to be with you on a hump day edition of the End of the Bench on 100.7 The Score, 107thescore.com, and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Alongside Geoff Haxton, I'm Chois Woodman. Lucas White across the way. You can watch us on the website, 107thescore.com, or on the television apps, if you'd like to do so there. Apple TV, Amazon Fire Stick, all of that, if you want that for your viewing pleasure. Someone out there viewing saying, Choice. Actually, they didn't even go Choice. They went Waco, that sweater, Cosby level. 5 years ago, I would have taken that as a compliment.
Oh, I think it's been longer than that on Cosby.
Has it been?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you probably ought to go 10.
I think I am the worst in the world when it comes
Timing.
to timeline.
Happy Friday, everybody. I'm Choice.
I am awful. Going back in time, I'm like, yeah, that was 5 years ago. It's 10 years ago. I think you're right on that. All right, so 2 decades ago, I would have taken that as a compliment, Cosby.
Now
level.
you're good.
Yeah,
It's like when you
covered
thought
that.
Josh Hamilton was a Ranger like 5 years ago.
Yeah, that was pretty bad too, the Hamilton thing. But yeah, I don't know. Do I take that as a compliment now, or is that a bad thing to be anything associated with Cosby? We went over this on our comedians the other day.
The Bill to Cosby.
I mean, it doesn't get much funnier than Bill Cosby's stand-up back in
his
the...
old stuff is
Oh, it was hilarious. I mean, just
so good.
drop dead funny, and most of it, for the most part, like
Clean.
family friendly. Yeah, like I could play that for my kids right now.
Yeah.
Like, just forget who this is and listen to it because it's really funny. I don't think my kids would have a clue what Bill Cosby has done. Clay said, "Dirty Santa." Is that what y'all went?
I said that.
I know. Is that what y'all called it?
Yeah.
We've always been
White
White
Elephant,
Elephant. Yeah, it's funny. Different parts of the country. Choice, did Jamie raise the cheese budget to better accommodate you at the Christmas party? I think there will be no cheese involved. We actually placed our orders beforehand this year, which is different.
Oh.
I think it'll go faster.
Okay. Yeah.
Like we had to email our orders to Catherine. Raiders dad said, like the rest of us poors, Hacks can't buy a present until he wins his fantasy league, his bowl pick'em, and prays that the 7-pound, 6-ounce baby Jesus, he gets his Christmas bonus and not a membership to the Jelly of the Month Club.
You can't get a Christmas bonus when you're self-employed.
Oh, are you sure?
I am very positive.
Okay. Almost bought you a Christmas present yesterday.
You sound like you're setting up one of your dad jokes.
No, I don't think it would have fit you.
Oh, so it was a shirt and it was not big enough?
It was a cool golf shirt, kind of like the one you have. It had some stuff all over it. But the brand of it was something, I don't even remember what it was called, GH. It had a giant GH on it.
Oh.
I was like, that's kind of cool. But the only size I saw was probably a little too small for you, so I didn't want to.
An XL.
I didn't want you to have to squeeze into a medium for me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I know large fellows that are just fine wearing large and extra large apparel, and I'll never get it where they squeeze into skin tight stuff.
Talking about me?
No.
Okay.
No.
There are shirts in my closet. I'm like, I just want to get back to that. I just want to be able to wear that again. But then the ice cream bowl calls me at 8:30 at night. It's like, nope. Hacks, can we make the touch every seat in the USA a little more fun? Take a bourbon shot every stairwell when you cross it.
Oh, jeez. You want me dead?
Yeah, 1 bourbon shot per. There's like 100 shots in there. Okay, back to basketball. A lot of reaction to basketball.
Hit it.
This might just be me, but it looks like there are 5 individuals on the floor instead of 1 team.
I think that's a pretty good assessment.
Was Harmon yelling at his teammates last night?
I'm sure he was.
I thought the most of what I saw, he was yelling out of frustration on a couple of calls. I know I saw specifically one time he went over and like hollered at some fans, but it was like saying, man, these guys stink. Like it was one of those after a bad call. He went and like yelled to some fans because he couldn't say anything to the refs. So did the refs get it right on the flop there? Because the replay on TV.
Which one? His?
Yeah, the one where he
His
went
after
down.
flop?
I think
I
he
don't
got
have-
pushed in the back is what he was trying to
Listen, if you flipped it up there and made it, I don't care what you really do after that. You can go off doing cartwheels. That's not going to bother me. If you flop, that's your disadvantage. You're already put yourself at a disadvantage because you're not getting back on defense. So I think you're penalizing.
So you don't like the rule in general
Well, I do like it
on defense.
on defense.
Okay.
But like after you've shot, that's just for layups though. I do think the kicking your legs out and the 3-point stuff, that drives me crazy.
Agreed.
So you can flop there, but I just didn't think it was necessary there.
Someone said you could see chemistry issues watching on TV. Someone
Probably
sat behind the team last night and noticed a large amount of gum on the desk. What's the story on that?
Yeah, they always
Who's the
have
gum chewers?
They always
Everybody?
have gum. I don't know. My boy had a couple last night.
Okay.
A couple of tridents.
Just a bunch of gum sitting there.
Yeah. They got treats all over the place. You got to go in the locker room.
This one. Let's be honest. It's just the Tech fan in us, and we just don't want to accept the truth. Texas Tech basketball is just not that good. Going to be a tough year. I say Tech finishes 500 in Big 12 play. Not bad, but not good.
I think
Might not be enough to make the tournament.
No, if you go 500, you're going to the tournament. For sure.
I'm trying to remember the last bubble-ish year you've had here.
Well, Tubby's was bubblicious.
Yeah, you were a 9 seed, I believe. 8 seed.
If you wouldn't have gone on that huge winning streak,
seed.
you wouldn't have made it. You won like 6 or 7 straight in the Big 12.
Okay, well, you know what? The last bubble year you would have had was Chris Beard COVID year.
Well, you were square.
Right. So
on the
that
bubble.
was the bubble. What was the Big 12 record there? 8 and 10? I
I
think
think so. I'll look it up because I want to know. I think it was 8 and 10.
I believe you're 8 and 10, and that was as bubble as it gets. I feel like in general, Hax, you're right. If you get to 500 in Big 12 play because of
You're in.
the toughness of this league, you're in. Now, 8 and 10, that's bubble territory. But if you can be 500 or better, you're in. I think if someone offered me 500 by watching what we've seen so far, I'd probably take the 500. Now, I want
18 and 13, 9 and 9 in conference.
you were
lost
500.
your last 4 straight.
yeah, that matters too.
Lost Oklahoma, lost Texas, lost Baylor, lost Kansas, and you were going to have to, in my opinion, beat Texas that day because you were 18 and 13. You had losses to Creighton, Iowa, DePaul.
Yet there's still a banner hanging. COVID year. Ay. All right, more of your thoughts from the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Hax, I got something a little bit later. Impact against the point spread by player in the NFL. I'll let you kind of go over those. But each player's impact, how many points they are worth if they're absent. So we'll do that in a little bit. Hax has the highs and lows coming your way next on 100.7 The Score.
Definitely not the starters. You're on the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good draft. Alongside Geoff Haxton, I'm Chois Woodman. Jackson Frazier across the way. Jackson trying to defend his draft title as he won our last one, the Thanksgiving Foods draft that we had about a month ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I hope I can keep the streak going.
You know, you're not supposed to win from that side of the glass. We're not used to it.
I just like to defy odds.
Okay. You've done a good job of that. And with it, Jackson, well, he's doing well with the karma because the list randomizer that we use, Jackson gets the first overall pick. We will go 5 rounds deep on this. The Christmas movies draft. This is an annual tradition. I think I remember what was taken number 1 overall by Lucas last year. But let's see what goes first here.
With the first overall pick in the Christmas movies draft, I have to go with Elf.
Elf.
Have to. It's a classic. It's one of my favorites. I don't have to watch it just during Christmas time to enjoy it.
Elf goes number 1 overall. Now, Hax has tipped his hand in the last few weeks on what movies he doesn't like.
Oh, I'm so thrilled that's gone. That's awesome.
Elf is not one of those for Hax, so he doesn't feel like he has to force the pick there.
I wouldn't have picked it if it was the last one to pick.
Okay. With the second overall pick, I'm going to take National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Is that what you wanted?
That was my number 1 pick.
Okay. It's beautiful.
Ernest Saves Christmas. With my first pick, I will take Home Alone.
It's a good pick. And for Hax, he gets to start off the next round.
All right, how do I want to massage this?
Always strategy involved.
Took my first one. Are
you sure you're going to do it?
I'm going to take A Christmas Story.
That's the movie like Elf for me. Like for you, I wouldn't have taken it.
Okay.
Most overrated Christmas movie out there. Christmas Story.
It's also the most played. That and Vacation, I think, are the most played.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, when you play it
24/7, yeah.
Yeah, and on 2 different stations, that gets the count up quite a bit. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take it. It's a classic. True classic. Not like Elf classic here. It's a Wonderful Life.
That's where you get in trouble.
Why?
Because
that's a great
what
movie.
do you think our median age is that are listening right now?
Actually very large, but the median age that are going to vote on this on Twitter is the problem where I get in trouble. Because I think our median age is in the 50s range.
How about this?
40s to 50s.
IMDb's list, top 100, that's number 1.
Okay. I like the movie, and the older I get, the more I like it. So, but like you're pointing out, the Twitter age, that's going to be a lot smaller.
I went with an 8-year-old troublemaker. You went with An Angel Is Sent from Heaven.
After Clark Griswold. It's not like it's the number 1
I know,
pick
yeah.
for me. So, your second pick, Jackson?
I'm going to go, I don't know if we have to be specific since there's been a lot of different versions of it, but I'm going to be. I want Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
You do have to be specific on that.
I want Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
The Grinch, Jim Carrey version. Your turn.
All right, next round. Some people wouldn't consider it a Christmas movie, but my family does, so Die Hard.
Die Hard has so much pop culture pull. And a lot of that pull is because of the debate on Christmas movie and all that.
That's a great movie. And it's a Christmas movie.
It's not on my list.
It wouldn't have been?
It's currently not on my list. No, not even from my to pick froms.
Okay. All right, my third overall pick. Give me the better of the 2 Home Alones. Give me Home Alone 2. Oh, and this isn't just me and my sequel. A lot of people believe that. Home Alone 2.
Jackson Flax and Wax, and you're
the
earning
pick is dumb, or me saying it is dumb, that it's better.
It's not better than the first one.
No way.
It's good. It's a good sequel.
No way.
Many great elements into Home Alone 2.
You just lost right there, my friend.
By picking it third?
Yes.
Oh, it's amazing. Home Alone 2, baby.
Okay. My pick?
Your pick.
All right. Suckers. Mashed potato suckers. I am going with Bad Santa.
I knew you were going to take that.
Numero tres.
I knew you'd take Bad Santa.
One of the funniest movies of all time. And I'm staying
4. Round 4?
After the sounder.
There we go.
I'm staying on the funny train, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going Trading Places 4.
Trading Places. Okay, then.
Set during Christmas. There's Santa suits. It's just as much of a Christmas movie as Die Hard.
All right, with my next one, I'm going to go with The Santa Claus, which is not on Hax's list at all either.
Not close. Not even 20 in.
All right.
I'm going to have some differences here.
Yes, we will.
My list is starting to get short, but I still got one up there that's pretty high. I want the old school, like 60s Rudolph the Reindeer claymation movie.
Should have taken that one there.
Drafting with children. The end of the bench way.
That's right.
Then this is the last pick, right, for me.
This is it for you.
I'm gonna go Gremlins. Round it out, get all the different genres.
I love Gremlins.
I like drafting with you guys. You don't steal any of my picks.
Oh, you're going to lose. I've got the best list. Easily. Easily. Now, do I screw it up here is the question.
No, I'm sure you will. You do choke.
I've got a lot to pick from for this last pick. I could go Miracle on 34th Street. Could go Jingle All the Way.
Jingle all the way.
Oh, man. I kind of want to do that, but
I think you ought to take the Little Drummer
I could
Boy.
go Edward Scissorhands here. Could take the Little Drummer Boy.
Holiday Affair from 1949.
Oh, man.
That's your pick.
Mine is kind of a kiddie list so far, minus the first pick. So I'm going to go How the Grinch Stole Christmas, another kiddie pick.
Golly, it's going to be
The
so
cartoon
easy.
version.
So it's me?
It is you.
Scrooged.
I completely blanked on one that I wanted in my list.
What's that?
Have y'all seen The Night Before with Seth Rogen?
No.
It's good. It's just about a buddy and all of his friends having like one last like hoorah because they're all grown up on Christmas Eve. And it's the Falcon plays in it. I can't remember his name, but the guy that plays the Falcon in all the Marvel movies.
The Falcon.
I haven't seen it. The Falcon plays in it. Christmas movie. Okay, so our list is set. We will allow the first person with 5.
It'd be a good snub list.
There should be a good snub list. There's a lot that were not mentioned. The one that I considered drafting at the end was Deck the Halls. You know that one?
Mm-mm.
Danny DeVito?
Mm-mm.
It's pretty funny. Also like Christmas with the Cranks. You ever seen that one?
Mm-mm.
Oh, man. Okay, then. Just Friends?
Love Just Friends.
Is it a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Dang it, should have got that one.
Definitely a Christmas movie.
I like Just Friends quite a bit. So, the lists are as follows.
That movie does not happen if it's not for Christmas.
That's
That's
true.
what it's set
True.
around.
Elf, The Grinch, Die Hard, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and Gremlins for list number 1. That's Jackson's. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, It's a Wonderful Life, Home Alone 2, The Santa Claus, and How the Grinch Stole Christmas cartoon version is my list. And then Hack's got Home Alone, A Christmas Story, Bad Santa, Trading Places, and Scrooged. I mean, I might as well just put a bow on this one because I got the W. I got the W.
You said that last time and you got like 20%.
Yeah, I was like just talking myself into it. I actually mean it this time. Easily win. Might run away with this one. We don't even need a runoff. I'm going to get over 50% of the vote.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, talk some more, would you?
Well, it is what we're...
That's usually what I do,
What
but
we're
I haven't
here
won
to do.
anything in like a 3-month span.
This
So
is true.
I'm just
Hax
going to try and
needs the
I'm
win
gonna try and
here.
let mine just speak for itself.
Give him the pity vote. It's the end of the bench.
You pity the fool.
Ask the Benchwarmers coming up next on 100.7 The Score. Get your questions in for Mr. T.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Time for Ask the Benchwarmers. Get your questions in. Lots in already. Appreciate all the participation. Lots of reaction to our Christmas movies draft as expected. All of it welcome on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. He's Geoff Haxton. I'm Chois Woodman. Jackson Frazier across the way. Questions and comments for any and all of us are welcome. I will say, looking at the chat line, pretty split all over in terms of who wins or who does it. So we'll see if the votes reflect it on the tweet. Oh yeah, we do have actually high school football.
There's your
going
live
on there.
football.
Benjamin and Lorraine going at it. 24-14.
Oh, Benjamin, huh? On the way to Seymour? Good for them.
Yeah. That's right.
They got that little trading outpost there with the
That's not far from here.
the average barbecue in there. That's still worth getting, in my opinion.
That's the same Benjamin, right?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, I think you're right. Little bitty town. So
I mean, these kids are ranch kids now. I love it. This is great.
yeah,
6-man.
some quick reaction. Choice wins easily. Hacks on a landslide. Jax won. Sorry, Chios. Hacks' list smoked you. Choice wins. Yeah, I mean, Jackson's list is cash. Anyone who says otherwise is cotton-headed ninny-muggins. So, yeah, it's very, very split. Ask the Benchwarmers. Hacks, does Tech basketball finish in the top 3 of the Big 12 this season? Also, odds of getting to the Sweet 16 as we sit right now.
Top 3?
That's what they said.
No.
That would have been the high end before the season.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, you're picked 5th, tied for 5th, so that's 6 teams. Odds to get to the Sweet 16 are 10%.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not trying
I'd put it
to
around there.
do doom and gloom, but I know what it looks like when it's right, and I know what it looks like when it's terrible, and we're not either of those.
Yeah.
Now, can they get together and step into roles that were laid out for them that are currently vacant? I mean, we have vacant roles. Sure, they can, but as we sit right now, those are my thoughts on that.
Which is more of a Christmas movie, Benchwarmers, Die Hard or Gremlins?
I don't know if I've ever seen Gremlins. Seriously.
How are y'all getting on me about the movies? Someone just said you really need to see Christmas with Cranks too on the chat line. Gremlins is like a true classic to me. And I think you need to watch it. And I would lean Gremlins on being a little more of a Christmas movie. I don't know. He writes ho 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 on him in Die Hard, and like I don't know. They're both Christmas movies, true Christmas movies. But I think there's more Christmas music in Gremlins. So I'd probably lean towards Gremlins on that one. A couple from earlier on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. If you put 2 people in the basketball ring of honor, who would they be? And who is someone you personally would want but don't think they would get it? Man, I know your window is probably going to be a little more limited on that, but I think there's worthy guys. Keenan Evans is probably on my list in terms of basketball ring of honor. I mean, you talk about truly being the foundation for what you are today. Keenan Evans is as much of a cornerstone of that as you can find. And I don't know what his numbers compare.
And a career man.
Yeah.
That's going to help him. You talk about dogs now. I mean, he was a dog. Dog.
I honestly have to look to see who's in right now. Darvin Ham's got to be in that mix, though, in terms of, Pat's in for what he's done beyond Texas Tech. Darvin Ham is the coach of the Lakers. That's a big, big deal. Now, I can't stand a lot of the players on his team, but
you think Josh Young's got a chance to get up there with Clint Bryant?
I do. I think it'll take a little bit, but I think he'll be up there eventually. Yeah, Big 12 Player of the Year. They don't just hand that out to anybody. Though you've had quite a few here at Texas Tech, and we've been a little spoiled on that front. What do you want for Christmas, Hacks?
I want a 2021 black Dodge Ram extended cab. And if you could have that, within the week, next week maybe, then we're good. That's what I'll take.
They asked, well, how about a check from Woodman LLC for busted ribs reimbursement?
I'll take that as well.
Okay. Benchwarmers, do I fall off the roof tomorrow to avoid Christmas with the in-laws and my family?
Yes.
That's from Raiders Dad. That's something you would do, hearing you speak about
RD,
your in-laws.
that's a great plan. And then you can have that revolver. You're like, oh, my ribs. Oh, but I got a revolver. Oh, we're good.
Benchwarmers, best golf course you've ever played? Hard to think about.
Southern
Winter.
Hills.
Southern Hills. That's amazing.
Southern Hills. I played a Nicholas Design in Cancun on that basketball trip. I played, let's see, Cedar Ridge is about to host that live event. Is awesome. Golf Club of Oklahoma is incredible.
Karsten Creek's pretty good.
Karsten Creek is incredible.
Yeah. You've had a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
Best one, top of my list, is in Mesquite, Nevada. It's on Tiger Woods video game.
And if I'm not mistaken, the one that you're talking about, and Mesquite's a huge golf town, but they hosted the big break on the Golf Channel.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. It's called Wolf Creek, but it's unbelievable. If you ever get a chance and if you got like extra time in Vegas, you want to drive out for a day. It's like 90 miles from Vegas.
Not far.
It is the coolest course I've ever played.
There's golf courses everywhere.
Yeah, elevation change is just, that's the best one I've ever played. Love it, love it, love it.
We drive through there on our way to southern Utah,
Yeah.
Cedar City, and I'd just be drooling looking at those golf
It's
courses.
just desert everywhere and then green patches. And I love the contrast there that goes with that.
That Rio Seco in Vegas I played was really nice.
Yeah, I do want to play that place.
Really hard.
In the game of horse, what's your go-to shot? Your can't-miss shot?
Free throw.
I wish I could say that.
And if it gets crazy, a banked free throw.
Okay. That's the go-to.
Calling glass.
Now, I wouldn't say can't miss, but I was pretty good at the just over the backboard shot.
I can't hit that.
I'd pull that one out on.
The real tricky shots I can't hit.
But the can't miss shot would, if I'm like playing Little Brother or something, I'd break out the left hand layup.
Yeah.
Do something along those lines.
Perry and I were playing Pig, and it was weird because he's left-handed. And I was like, dude, we can't do you calling left and me calling right because we won't survive.
Someone responding, wish but won't be on Ring of Honor, Norin Sodiase. Put that one. Someone said Darvin, Bubba Jennings, Tony Petit should all be there. Lots more reaction to our Christmas movies. Choice wins, only one with all Christmas movies.
No, wait a minute.
Trading Places. You're gonna have
Definitely a Christmas movie.
It is?
Yeah.
Haven't seen it in a long, long time, so I need to watch that one again to get the feel on it. Someone said Metalhead.
Dan Aykroyd's limping around in a Santa suit when he gets fired.
Whoops.
You right there?
I'm okay.
Did you cut your arm?
Don't think I cut.
Hey,
my
how
arm.
about this? We had a rogue basketball bounce over, hit the monitor.
Oh.
It clipped the monitor and it clipped Clark's microphone
No.
and tore the sock.
Did it really?
It grazed it and tore the sock.
Are you requesting new socks? Because I think I have extra.
We're gonna need a new sock because I was like,
Really?
yeah, because and I looked over. I was like, man, we got a tear on the sock. He's like, yeah, the ball hit it and tore it.
Really? I saw Level catch one on his
Level
side.
caught one and got a little TV time.
Clark didn't catch it?
We were both in line to catch it, but it hit the monitor and
Deflection.
yeah.
Yeah. Bench sitters, how many more consecutive losses are needed before Choice can start singing Hax's dumb pick of the week? Just saying. I didn't text it. I just sang it. That's all you're going to get out of me.
I'm all about imaging.
Hax, have a good Wednesday.
You have a good weekend, buddy. We'll see you. I'm joking.
It threw me off. It's not weekend yet. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Excuse me. We'll be back tomorrow at 9 o'clock as usual on 100.7 Score.
This has been the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 107thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.